Hi, I'm Lalita from Let's Speak English, and in this video I'm going to make you understand how to use phrases to talk about the distant future. So when you're talking about something further out into the future, it takes on a different tone. This is when you're planning for something or waiting anxiously for something. It may be something that you're familiar with and are therefore excited about. It may be something that you are new to but you highly anticipate. Whatever the case may be, you can use these phrases to talk about the things that are further out into the future. So let's get started. The first two phrases are sooner or later and bound to happen eventually. So both these have a similar meaning that something is inevitable. It will definitely happen sometimes in the future. The time period as to when it will happen is unknown, but you know it will be coming. It could be soon or far in the future. You don't know when, you know it's going to occur. You can use this phrase in a variety of ways to talk about things in a good or in a bad way. For example, eat your vegetables. You're going to have to eat them sooner or later. Another example, sooner or later, you're going to realize why you need to get to bed at a decent hour. Another example, my brother hasn't met the right person yet, but it's bound to happen eventually. So you can add any verb between bound and eventually for a perfect way to offset this phrase. For example, that chair is bound to break eventually if you stand on it like that. Well, here eventually is optional, but it works well. Another example, if we keep working towards it, we are bound to reach our goals eventually. So that's how we use both these phrases. Before I move on to the next phrase, let me remind you not to forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, Let's Speak English. The next two phrases are in our lifetime and in my lifetime. This is like talking about something that will happen in the next 50 to 60 years. We can use in our lifetime for more general things than that affect everyone. These are very far out things that you know or anticipate will happen, but you just don't know when exactly. This is very far out and it basically means you hope or plan to see it sometimes during your lifetime. He thinks life on other planets will be found in our lifetime. Another example, with the advances we see in medicine, I believe cancer will be cured in our lifetime. Well, in my lifetime is intended to be used for personal things that affect only you. For example, I don't think I'll visit Antarctica in my lifetime. So that's how we use both these phrases. Moving on, I'll get around to it. Well, this basically means that you will do it in the future when you have time. This means that it is not urgent and you will make time for it, but only when you have the time. This is intended for those tasks that aren't urgent in nature. You can almost feel that it's something that can wait or that you aren't making it a huge priority. I'll get around to fixing my bike once the snow melts. Or I haven't gotten around to that yet. So that's how we use this phrase, I'll get around to it. Time will tell. This is talking about something that will be revealed in the coming months or years. A situation is uncertain, but will be certain in the future. It's almost as if you're trying to predict the future, but you know that time will reveal things that will occur. So that's how we use this expression. It's uncertain as to when you can count on it, but this will or should happen at some time, at some point in time. Time will tell if this new political administration will keep its promises. So this phrase can often be a standalone answer as well as in this example. Do you think your puppy will be potty trained soon? So you can answer that by saying time will tell. So these phrases will help you talking about something in the distant future. So let's look at another expression, in after years, which means during a lifetime, during a later time, usually many years later than a time you have actually mentioned. For example, after a few years, a new equilibrium might emerge. So that's how we use in after years. Another expression, down the road. This is used to talk about the future that may happen or may not. For example, 2 years down the road, you might feel very differently, or it's a decision that may have an impact further down the road. So you see, all these phrases work for talking about something in the distant future, and you can try them out in the right situation. Though you may not necessarily know that something will happen, you can talk about the likelihood that it will occur at some point in time. So with that, I come to the end of this video. Do not forget to hit that big fat like button and subscribe to my channel, Let's Speak English.